Well, here we are back on the second green, and Grant, you're actually just taking some off the turf just to let us see what this green's like, the makeup.
So basically, you can remember back to the putting green, we had a nice inch of turf, then a little, inch of thatch, and then free draining soil. When you look at this green, we have probably 2.5 inches of thatch, and if I actually rip that and then squeeze it,
yeah,
you can see the water is just,
yeah, we can see it. Bring that a bit closer, Grant, to let us see that.
Oozing out, and that's 1/2 inch from the top of the green, so the water's not even getting a chance to get away from the surface, and that's all because of thatch.
You can see that quite clearly compared to the putting green, which is the USGA.
So when we come to hollow core, the core is going to go down. See, my finger was the core. The core is going to go down and rip out this thatch,
right,
and take it out. So that's what you see, the cores lying on the, when you see the cores lying in the green, and then we come and replace the core that we've taken out with the sand, and we try and fill that hole that we've left with sand, which makes the green more free draining.
Yeah,
and also
sure.
It's easier for new roots and shoots to go down deeper through the sand and get to the decent soil, whereas the roots at the moment find it hard to break through this thatch and become shallow rooted, and can become weak. If you think of a golf green more like an iceberg, and at the moment you've got 90% of the problems hidden. They might look good, but if we get prolonged rain and periods of drought, then they become very, very different in their characteristics. So that
demonstrates that quite well,
yeah.
Grant. Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
you can actually see the water. I don't know if you can see it as well on this camera, but we're doing our best to demonstrate it. Yeah, I can quite clearly see it there.
And that's the problem. It's just a sponge. So if that doesn't get a chance to dry out, so that's the second. We'll go up to the 9th next.
Right, we're off to the 9th. We'll see you at the 9th.
Well, this is the 9th green, and it's been dry for 2 days, and as you can see, the water's just coming up to the surface of the green and actually moving. So
let's have a look at that, Grant, see if we can pick that up on the camera.
Just by walking on it's bringing water up.
That's pretty wet.
So if we see this plug, you see that, Jimmy?
Yep, I've got you.
Again, see this whole brown matted area there? That's the thatch. And this green is actually a UK record breaker.
Is it?
I sent...
What do you mean by that, Grant?
Well, I sent soil samples away to get analysed, and they come back with analysis of how much thatch there is contained within the top 20mm, 40mm, 60mm and 80mm. And within the top 20mm of this green, there was 27% of that was organic matter or thatch, and previous highest ever recorded levels the STRI had received was 24%.
24?
And we have got 27% in this green.
So we broke the record?
Yeah, we are at the moment. So this is why this green needs a bit more work than all the rest. But what I'm going to demonstrate here is just show you, again, look at that. It's just...
That is sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see that whole... That's almost like 4 inches there of just pure thatch. And
yeah,
that
just
is...
try to get a good...
You see that?
Look at it, yeah.
But then, see if you look further down the profile, it's dry.
Yeah, so
this is dry. It's dry
surprisingly really dry.
So the thatch is the problem, and this is on the side of a hill. So if we can remove as much of this as possible through coring, top dressing,
Sure.
and then put drains in. It'll reduce this. But you know, if we look down there, it's quite dry.
Yeah.
It's not bad soil. But the problem is, it's the top.
Let's have a look at the top.
It's the top 2 inches that are doing all the damage when it rains.
Yeah.
This is just holding all the water,
and
it becomes unplayable. Whereas beneath that thatch layer, it's dry. But you know, this is an accumulation of years and years and years and years and years of thatch. So I'm afraid it's going to be a long process before we're at the levels that we really want to be at. But at least we're making a start on them, and they're not going to get any worse.
So this is why the 9th needs more attention than say the others.
Yeah. There is other greens in the course with similar types of levels of thatch. I'd say the 14th, 16, 10, even though we put drains in, it's still got the problems with the levels of thatch. But what I'll do next is we'll go down to the 10th green, and I know a couple of members were asking me why, after all the drainage, does the 10th green still have puddles, and we'll go down there and try and explain.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Why the thatch is still causing problems on that green.
Right, we'll see you again at the 10th now.